Warning: the contents of this show are in no way intended to be truthful or representing fact. It is for entertainment purposes only and will most likely not be entertaining either. No one, including the host, is being accurately represented on this show. Enjoy the show.
A little bit of weed mixes some hard. I got some vodka that I jumped off my heart. Like I do the shots when I get shot at the hot little brother doctor when I'm not cooperating. When I'm rocking the table while he's operating. You waiting for stop the dating. Cause I'm back, I'm on the brag and I'm relating. I know that you got a job, Miss Cheney, but your husband's heart problem's complicated. So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me. So let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. So come on again, go on your lips, talk that, come on your lips, come on your lips, so get ready. This shit's about to get heavy, I just fuck it, baby! Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me. 'Cause we go, that's what we do. So empty without me. So everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy. 'Cause it feels so empty without me. Little aliens, kids feeling rebellious, embarrassed. The parents still listening helpless. They start feeling like prisoners helpless.
All right, we are back. Episode 2 of the Tom Goss Show. I don't have a title for this episode yet, but we're working on it. Thank you to everyone who checked out the last episode. I'm working currently on fixing. I hope that echo is just in my ears and not for you guys too. I'm currently working on the audio should be fixed by the time this is released. I don't know if you guys know this, but it is difficult to do satire with bad audio.
Correctamundo.
That is I had that too low.
Correctamundo.
There we go. Just like that. We are back. I promised sound drops, and you guys got them. Got all sorts of
Correctamundo.
coming your way. If you don't think I'm going to overuse that every single second of the podcast, then you are wrong. If you're assuming that I'm going to use it constantly, then
Correctamundo.
you are correct. I could do that all day, every day. Oh, wait a second. Did I fix it? Am I an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot. Check. Yeah, that's better. Spent all that time trying to figure out how to do this, and it turns out, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still trying to figure out how all this equipment works. I've bought all this equipment. I don't know how to use it. I'm going to buy more equipment. Pretty soon I'm going to have $10,000 of gear and just slowly watch it break as I try to figure out how to operate any of it. I went to, but yeah, thank you. If you listen to the last episode, like I don't understand what's happening. Well, it's give it another listen, full with fixed volume, and maybe I didn't fix it, if you go back and it's still shit audio, I mean that's also good. I don't care. I went to see Lucero. I don't know if that pops up on screen or not, if the mic is holding it. Yeah. Saw Lucero live. I've been a huge fan of Lucero for years. A lot of songs about chain smoking, binge drinking, and missing your wife. And
Correctamundo.
I find now I understand how Keith and Connor felt when I would always do that. That is very heckleable. Um, it was Lucero and the Menzingers, and I love Lucero. Keith's a big Menzingers guy, and even when we were going out there to we're on our way, and every time he said Menzingers, I go, Menzingers? What about the woman zingers? And he ignored it the first 8 times I did it. Didn't fall for the trap. Then I started doing it to other people. They also didn't enjoy it. But they didn't know I had something up my sleeve. Met a very nice guy from Philadelphia who very politely asked me, how do you get people to move with any sort of urgency in California? And I told him, like, you just got to tip up front and pray. And he, are you here to see Lucero or the Menzingers? And I was like, Menzingers are sexist. What about the woman zingers? Did not react. I've had 0 reactions. Ran into friends out there. Menzingers. What about the woman zingers? Nothing. The whole time. Finally, Keith got pretty lit, and I have not asked him to tell the story. And I won't. But finally, he's drunk. He's all lucid. He's such a fun drunk. He just gets wasted, and he's just all I've never seen him sad drunk. I've been a sad drunk. I've been an angry drunk. Not angry. I've been a sad drunk, and I'm a happy drunk. He's always happy. And we're driving back, and he's lit, and he mentions the Menzingers. I go, Menzingers? What about the woman zingers? And Keith goes, how did he phrase it? He goes, don't be silly. Women aren't funny. And at that point, I chuckled at his little joke, and I thought in my head, I fucking got you. I got you, you son of a bitch. So if you're listening to this, what I'm asking you to do is just on whenever, and he said that to placate me. He didn't know I was going to tell all you guys that he's a misogynist, but he is. So go ahead, go to Keith Tells Joke. Keith Got Jokes. I don't fucking know what is. Keith's Got Jokes, and go ahead and in any photo, actually every photo, preferably, Menzingers. What about the woman zingers? And just do that until he I don't know, until he blocks you, doxes you. Tell him that I doxed him. I'm not actually, but tell Keith Got Jokes that I've doxed him. Send him to this episode. Tell him he does it somewhere between 2 minutes and 48 minutes. And let's see if he ever, because I know him, and he's going to laugh, and he's going to go, Tom wouldn't do it. Must be a joke. And then he's going to wait 10 seconds and then realize, but part of me wonder, he's just crazy enough that he might.
Correctamundo.
So go ahead and harass Keith Tells Jokes with Menzingers. What about woman zingers? And then add 3 question marks. Maybe more. Maybe 5 question marks is better. Whatever amount of question marks you think will get him engaged with the show he did not ask to participate in. All right, let's go ahead and oh god damn it. I forgot to do this up top. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Go ahead. We're going to do another in memoriam here. As you all know, or fucking no you don't. What the fuck
Does he
am
look
I
like a
talking
bitch?
about? we are doing a thing where every week we are doing an in memoriam of the celebrities who've passed, and I don't know celebrities, so I'm going to guess their names and what their deal is because I truly don't know famous people. So let's go ahead and kick that up. Oh, there it is. There's the music. Okay. This is Ronald Wimsley. And he is famous for... How do I fucking turn this down? So loud. God damn it. How do I turn it down? Oh, this... Alright, I figured it out. Alright, yeah, Ronald Wimsley. And he was the bad guy in that Shia LaBeouf movie where he's always stuck in that hot girl. That's my best guess. This segment's going terribly. All right, we're cooking now. Oh my god. This music is now taunting me. It's not. I don't even have control of the. This soundboard is operating on its own time now. I have no idea. All right, this is Montgomery Williams Steen, and he wrote a book about movies. He has a lot of sunspots on his forehead. All right, who else we got? This one, all right, so full disclosure, I had to look this up because I was like, oh no, the fucking Albert, no, not Albert. I almost called him Albert Sandler. Adam Sandler died, and turns out it's the fucking alligator from Caddyshack. He had some name. It was like Billy Smith Alligator or some shit, but R.I.P. Alligator. Who else do we got here? Who else has died? Also, I don't know who's keeping track of that alligator. Winona Sanchez and shot Quentin Tarantino in that what was his name? 007. He was a bad guy, 007. All right. This is Millie Monroe, and she is famous for blowing a senator. Who else we got? Ronald Hot Stuff. Yeah, I'm sticking with that hot stuff. Died fucking... It's the best I got, guys. Sorry. All right, and then this is... Johnny and Elizabeth. Well, actually, I don't know if this is, I should have looked up if it was a dog or the lady. But she's in hell. No, I'm sure she's very sweet. I'm going to say Barbara Walters 2 weeks in a row. Someone's got to be Barbara Walters. All right. Well, that is that. I keep hitting the wrong fucking... This is the problem with being your own producer. You really don't know how to do shit. I have no idea how to do this podcast is just me trying to figure out how the fuck to do anything. I have no idea, the amount of complete mistakes in that last segment was brutal, but that's what you guys are here for. No one likes it when I'm smooth at something, so why not give them what they want and just watch me flail over, just keep accumulating technology that I don't know how to use. All right, so we're going to do an art review now. We are reviewing a TV show. Is it art? I don't fucking know. I don't care. We are reviewing Baby Reindeer. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but yeah, Baby Reindeer is what we're reviewing right now. So Baby Reindeer is about this guy. He's a guy. It's him. And he's all bartending and shit. And he's like, "Oh, I want to be a stand-up comedian." So he starts doing stand-up comedy. And, she's over there. He's wearing funny suits, which is very funny. That's good. And then he makes the mistake of doing prop comedy. You'll see he transitions from the funny suit to he's wearing he's wearing props. And that is a no-go.
Correctamundo.
So, yeah, he's wearing all the props. You can see he's very sad because of the props. Then, as he continues, God punishes him by sending him this guy, and then he's very sad. And that's the plot of Baby Reindeer. He's very, very, very sad. He's crying because he does prop comedy, and God punished him for it. So, I give this 10 out of 10. It's very good. I think there should be more media about how doing prop comedy can get you very hurt. That was the main message I took from this show is if you do prop comedy, someone's gonna hurt you. Someone's gonna you. So don't do prop comedy or you will get. So don't do that. But yeah, overall 10 out of 10, great show. Great show. That is my review of Baby Reindeer, and I think the themes holds still true to today. If you do prop comedy, a very powerful man will you repeatedly. I'm bleeping out rape. So yeah, don't do that. Don't get and don't do prop comedy because the punishment fits the crime, and you don't want to be sad like him. So yeah, it was very good. Very good. Whoops.
Correctamundo.
All right, next segment. Let's go to the next segment. Oh yeah. So this is kind of a story in two parts. So I've been trying to focus on being more politically aware and sound. And one of these political words I keep hearing is inflation.
Correctamundo.
And I figure I should educate myself in inflation. So inflation is when your money turns into more money.
Correctamundo.
So like in 2015, $10 was $10. But now in 2025, it's like $7,000 or something. You can buy a motorcycle with $10, something like that. So what I've done is I was like, well, what's a fun way to calculate inflation, money accruing? How do I do that? So I remembered back in 2017, I think it was September of 2017, I did a show where I hosted for Luis Gomez. It was a great show. Lewis was great. I was great. Connor and Keith were there. They were great. Kim Congdon was there. Everyone had a great set. And then after the show, there was a girl hitting on me. And I like shelled away. She like kissed me on the cheek. I was like, no. Get the fuck away from me. None of that. Shoo. It's so fun hitting that button. I was like, okay, I didn't know how to react. But yeah, and then, all my friends were like, oh, you should go back to her place. And I was like, nope. And she was like,
Correctamundo.
She was like, yeah, you come back to my place, stay at my place. I was like, are you sure? Because I don't have anywhere else to go. She was like, yeah, you should do it. It's my classic woman impression. Come back, stay at my place. You can go back in the morning. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. She was like, let's go to another bar. So me and her friends, we all went to another bar. And we're at the bar. And the second bar, all these people from the show are coming up to me. And they're like, I was just at the show. You were so funny. I hosted. And they were like, you were great. I was like, oh, thank you. Like, it was as pimp as it could have been for someone who just had a great set. Now you're at a bar with a girl who is asking you to stay the night at her place. And then all these people keep going up to her and being like, woohoo, you're great. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I said it exactly that way. Okay, thank you. Anyway, within 10 minutes of being there, she left. No idea why. Her and her friends got an Uber, and I was like, what's going on? They're like, we're going. I was like, okay, can I still, I wanted to be like, hey, I don't need to hook up with you or anything. I just need a place to stay for the night.
Correctamundo.
And she just was like, goodbye. So anyway, I spent 8 hours at a train station waiting for the train to take me back home to Los Angeles. And I'm sitting there at a train station, made friends with a Mexican dude on a bicycle who I think just had a breakup. And then a Lebanese man in his like 60s who didn't. Oh yeah, I called him like, can you pick me up? And they were like, no, I don't remember if I said that or not. Probably did. So me and this Lebanese guy and this Mexican just kept trying to ignore how sad we were and just kind of talked in a circle, waiting for the Amtrak to show up. And then Connor and Keith got paid. I didn't get paid. And then I was like, well, I should DM him and remind him. So I did. And he was like, I gotcha. And then he still hasn't paid me. Now, I did not remind him. I don't think he intentionally did. I did not remind him. But I waited because I had no self-esteem at the time to ask more than once to get paid for the work I did. He was going to pay me $75. It's not like I was making that much money, but I was like, okay, $75. Could really use it at the time, but I'm going to go ahead and let it accrue. So it turns into more money with interest, also known as inflation. So this is the Luis Gomez inflation clock. And I wanted to do like a cool graphic, which I don't know how to do. So I used AI, which I know is like the devil. But I was like, let's start with the title. It was going to be the Luis Gomez inflation clock. And the AI was like, do you want us to spaz this the fuck out? And they changed it to Luis Gomez's inflation-o-matic timepiece, which thank God for AI. And then I Google, like AI prompted, I want money shooting out of a Puerto Rican rattlesnake's head. And then it gave me some bullshit. And I said, money shooting out of Luis J. Gomez's head. And then this is what AI is doing. It did this. It had this lady who blew money, or I guess money, some sort of currency that does not exist. Or are those supposed to be Puerto Rican flags? Maybe it's Puerto Rican flags, but either way, not real money. And that she does not look like Luis J. Gomez to me. So I included that only because it's shit AI. I don't know why anyone's worried about AI. The only thing it can do is make like comedians turn them into a baby, I guess. I don't really understand how it works. Or maybe it only matches the person's expertise in using it. But fucking look again, this is not Luis Gomez. This is terrible AI. I don't know why anyone's using it. She sucks. She looks nothing Puerto Rican. She's not a rattlesnake. She's not even hot. I don't understand the infatuation with it. So anyway, let's see what my $75 is worth now, Lewis. And 97.48. 97.48. That is correct. We are so grateful that interest is piled up. Thank God for inflation, because he owes me a lot more money than he did.
Correctamundo.
97.48. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead. What else do we want to do here? This counts as a break. Yeah, let's talk. Okay, more. All right. We'll be right back after these messages.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
Okay, I'm back. I had to check the monitor to make sure everything was recording correctly, so I didn't have to redo it. And by monitor, I mean my iPhone. I'm gonna get good cameras, but holy fuck, this is a new shirt, and I have never looked fatter.
Correctamundo.
It is not a good look. I am pretty bummed out right now. And I can't wear this shirt ever a fuck again if that's what I look like. It is not good. Yikes. Oh well. Just gonna throw this on the internet. Anyway, let's go back to our next segment. Popular tweets, we're doing politics stuff. So if you haven't already seen this, this is James Comey, who is the president of the CIA. He put out this on Instagram. It says 8647, which, it's seashells. It's seashells that say 8647. And then what happened is Donald Trump Jr. then decided that this was a death. He tweeted out, "You're threatening my dad. He's going to kill my dad." Because apparently the liberals are threatening with seashell. Like, that's the wildest thing to me. I've seen a lot of people be like, that's not what 86 means, 86 means get rid of or not allowed. Ban. That's how I've always used. I mean, one time I worked at a bar and my manager was like, 86 Johnny Walker. And so I found a guy named John Walker, and then I shot him in the fucking face. I hit the wrong button again. Face. Yeah, there we go. That's not what that means. Or maybe it does. I don't know. All of this, though, the funniest part to me with this post is before he publicized it, it had 71 likes, which no one saw it. But yeah, direct threat on dad. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is what he said. Just James Comey casually calling for my dad to be murdered. This is who the Dem media worships. Demented.
Correctamundo.
We are demented. We're very demented. We, yes. We put out the seashells to alert the aquaqueers to murder your father. That's what happened, yes. Who the fuck is threatened by seashells? What, macaroni art not available? Like, it's a very casual. And I'm only making this a big deal because he thinks it's a big deal. And maybe you should. Maybe a liberal couple walking around in the sand at the beach saw that, and then they went all fucking, what was that book that killed Reagan? Gift of the Magi on him. But yeah, I don't know. What was it? Fuck. Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye is the book I'm trying to think of. But yeah, I don't understand. It's wild. It's wild to do, like, if you saw, kill the president in, that's not what I'm saying. But if you saw that on fridge magnet art, you wouldn't be like, oh, well, time to fucking kill. Like, it's about as tame as it gets. It's very stupid. I want someone to get an 8647 macaroni art. All right, so this is the echo chamber we're talking about. Can't stress it enough. You think the Comey 8647 incident is a non-issue, you are an idiot. If you deny Comey was making a threat, you are an idiot, a dishonest idiot. And then he puts out this proof, which I don't understand. He tagged it with this. Former FBI Director Comey reunites the protagonist of his first two illegal thrillers for his longest outing yet. U.S. Attorney Carmen Garcia is trying to take down Samuel Buchanan as a far-right media personality, popular podcast vilifying those he thinks are destroying America, intellectuals, immigrants, and people of color. Garcia believes Buchanan went far beyond the protection of the First Amendment when he singled out his enemy by name and suggested something should be done about them. His fans have obliged, killing or grievously injuring some of his foes. So they just highlighted this part, and then the something should be done, killing his foe. But he's talking about a different. Like I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, do you think he was going to just get out there and go Buchanan, and we'd all know to kill? Like what? Buchanan is a secret word. You say Buchanan, everybody, Buchanan. Time to get him. So I don't really know. It's truly, it's true. It's fucking retarded. I don't understand at all what is happening right now, but it's highlighted like that's some secret. Just because they're like triggering words there. That's. Is there another slide? No, that's the last slide. I don't know. I don't know. You can't be the president and be threatened by seashells. That's the seashells. That's the biggest point. You know, we need a strong leader who's not afraid of seashells. Like they were laid out, like they were going to summon the Aquaman and his buddies to go wipe out Big D. Big D is what I call Trump. Sounds better. They're going to wipe out his Big D. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't understand. If anyone could share this, like explain to me why it should be considered a serious threat. I just think if we live in a world where we can't communicate via seashells without it be, like what is the point of it? Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, if you understand this and have an explanation that isn't Junior's a dipshit, please explain it to me. I don't get it. I'd love to get it. I'd love to understand, but this is I don't know. The irony being that if you think that that's a legitimate threat, maybe you should be shot in the street.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Because you're polluting the gene pool. Everything I'm saying is a joke. I don't want anyone dead. No one's threatening here. I'm saying it's not a threat. Can they be like it's treason if you say it's not a threat? I don't know. If I'm putting myself at risk to be sent to Venezuela, please tell me. All right. Next segment. What else do we got? Oh, yes, this is exciting. This is very exciting. So I guess this was leaked that they are trying to put together a reality show where you compete to gain citizenship of the country. So let's go ahead and stop and start, give it a watch.
Pitching the journey. I'm putting a face to immigration. This is a great celebration of America. I'm an immigrant. I went through the process. It took me years. 20 years ago, I heard about premium processing, which is a way to fast track things if you had enough money. And I was like, why isn't that something we could lean into? I actually pitched this under.
You're an immigrant of where exactly? That's the first thing I would like to know.
Both Obama and Biden, and both administrations were receptive to that as well. But, Alejandro Mayorkas got impeached right before I was able to move it up the chain under President Biden. And here we are. I don't know. It's exciting.
All right. First question is why are his eyes that pretty? Huh?
Correctamundo.
This guy has beautiful eyes. They do not belong on him. They belong on like a 19-year-old Swedish woman. I don't understand. His eyes are way prettier than hers. Her eyes are shit next to his. He looks great. I don't know what accent that is. It sounds New Hampshire. But yeah, bringing in, making him do a game show. Got turned down. What else?
So what happens if? So, what are the stakes? How does this work? If you lose, what happens? And if you win, what happens?
Nobody moves backwards in this process. Everybody on
Then I'm out.
Correct the mundo.
No one's watching a show without stakes. There should be stakes. Okay, so people should be severely punished for losing. I don't. No one wants to see a show where everyone tries, and then if you win, you're rewarded, and if you lose, nothing happens. All right, so that's the first thing I'm going to do to fix this show. If you lose, you can still become a citizen, but we're taking a hand.
Correct the mundo.
show is going to be a future American. They are all great candidates to be future Americans. They're all at some place in the process and somewhere in line, just like I was. Sometimes you have to wait like years, 2 years to get somebody to just look at your file. I'm offering the chance to skip to the front of the line, but if you quote unquote lose, and I don't think it's losing, by the way, you're just going back to your regular spot in line. So there's no.
You won't even call it lose. Yeah, it's a win-lose situation. You either win or you lose. That no one, like, I guess you could have a runner-up. You can make the runner-up Canadian.
Correct the
That would be
mundo.
good. That would be fun. But you got to have some sort of, and then third place. I don't know where third place is, but yeah, losers have to go to like the Galapagos or something. I don't. You can't have a show without stakes. All right, that's the only issue with this, by the way. All right, you want to make a bunch of immigrants run up a hill. First one to do Jenga good gets to be a citizen. I'm all aboard, but you got to have stakes. All right, I want to know what happens to the losers. What happens to the losers? Okay, you got to have like a tunnel of shame that leads to. I don't know. They have to live a year in a Dave & Buster's, something, with no money. Dave & Buster's, I've gone to Dave & Buster's without money so many times. It's fucking brutal. On dates, and they're just like, "Oh, let's play the horse game." And we're like, "Oh yeah, what if you played the horse game, and I went and pretended to order tater tots? How about that? Yeah, let's do that."
Cost there, but what you're gaining, of course, is all sorts of exposure, potential jobs, opportunities, and America will fall in love with you because we're gonna humanize everybody.
Can't humanize
What would the
them.
challenges look like? What are you thinking?
Well, my dream, obviously the network is going to decide. I'm like a chef. I make a menu, and the network gets to decide on the dishes. But my dream is to do every episode in a different state where we will celebrate that state. The challenges would be like, they're placeholders for now, but
So,
it's like
so
if
you're
we're-
you're telling me that someone doesn't get to go to Nebraska?
Correct the mundo.
That's what you're telling me, huh? No, that should be the losers should all have to be Nebraskans. That's the only fair way to settle this. I don't. Yeah, you gotta. Or what? Where's shittier than Nebraska? No, that's the shittiest. That's the shittiest place
Correct the mundo.
I think in the world.
New York, we're doing a pizza making challenge, and if we're in Florida, we're doing a rocket launching challenge. And
So you wanna do? Okay, so we're deciding who gets to be an immigrant, who gets to represent New York by who makes the best pizza.
Correct the mundo.
That seems like a normal, sane person pitch to have.
the challenges would be like, they're placeholders for now, but it's like if we're in New York, we're doing a pizza making challenge, and if we're in Florida, we're doing a rocket launching challenge.
What the fuck is a rocket building challenge?
Correct the mundo.
What does that mean? Do you mean they have to build a literal rocket? Or are you saying they have to do like fourth grade science fair horse shit to come to our country? I don't want people in this country who got in by being on television building a big volcano. That's
Correct
insane.
the mundo.
We're in California.
But it would make good television.
we're doing a Gold Rush challenge.
A
and
Gold
I'm
Rush
hoping that
challenge.
Every episode ends with
Everything he just said is the funny. Maybe I do want to see the show. I'm undecided. Do we want to see the show? I kind of want to see the show. But they're too okay. You need to go dumber. It should be Jenga. It should be whoever wins it, Twister. That should be it. That should be all the challenges to become. I would watch a lot of people from from Taiwan having to play Twister in order to come to this. That would be very funny. That'd be very funny. The irony is a lot of illegal immigrants, that it's more difficult to get in that. They have to at least swim. You have to be able to swim. That's a survival skill. What the fuck does baking a pizza have to do with being an American? It's an Italian dish.
Correctamundo.
town hall meeting, just like in a
I want his citizenship revoked. Go back to where you came from. I don't know where that is, but go back to it.
election where the people of Tennessee, let's say, will get to vote on which one of our future Americans they would most like to represent the state of Tennessee.
And you want to use representatives' time
That's
to
kind of
vote
how
on.
We'll tally things up. Nothing negative, only positive. And I think it'd be really fun.
Nothing negative, only positive is an insane way to. If you're going to be an American, you better be able to deal with negative. All right. The current system is about as negative as you can get, and that makes it American. You sneak into the country, you have a couple, you dump out a kid, that kid becomes a citizen, then you hope they become wealthy enough to get you in line to get your citizenship, and then you send money back home in order to keep them from dying, because everyone else who's not in America is dying. I read it in a book.
How seriously do you think the Department of Homeland Security is taking your pitch?
I think they're taking it seriously.
I mean, why wouldn't they? They already got TSA up and running great, huh? Is that what you want? TSA humor? Is that what the people are wanting?
Correctamundo. Department of Homeland
Fucking owns you, TSA.
So, I can't tell you the whirlwind of the last 24 to 48 hours since my pitch document was leaked to somebody in the press. I don't know where they stand exactly now, but I feel like we're trending in a good way. And I look for, I have interest from networks. I have interest from production companies to pair with, and I feel good about it.
You shouldn't.
You're behind some pretty successful shows. The other ones that I mentioned, people are trying to date millionaires or lose weight in order to win prizes.
I love that she. Credit to this hoe. Okay, you a real one. She's. Most other shows involve trying to marry millionaires or lose weight. It's a subtle disrespect for not just addressing it head on, which is going, you made a bunch of shit shows and now you want to be in charge of immigration.
Does he look like a bitch?
Yes.
Immigration, obviously the stakes are incredibly high, and a lot of immigrants, as you noted, are on a waiting list for a long time, and they're desperate to come to the United States. I know you said this isn't Hunger Games, but if someone is watching and thinks,
no, it's I don't want to be hungry no more games. You got to get them from poor countries, okay? I don't know what. Hey, Siri. Siri? Ah, fuck. Never mind. All of it's used. I want to know the poorest country. It should all be from the poorest. I want some kid with no arms holding a gun representing his country in this competition.
Making this a game show is trivializing this. What would you say to them?
I'm really happy you're asking me that question. I was on the first iteration of The Biggest Loser. I was not a senior member. I was just a story producer on it, but I was there. And when The Biggest Loser was announced, there was vitriol coming from the press. They were saying, how are you going to fat shame people? You're calling fat people losers. And I would argue that the stakes there, Caitlin, were...
Yes, we are, and yes, I am.
Big, if not bigger, because people had heart disease and diabetes, and you were going to take people who were grotesquely overweight, and if they didn't perform that the stakes there, Caitlin, were as big, if not bigger, because people had
The
heart disease and
stakes
diabetes.
were bigger when they were just fat and not trying to get in from. So are you only taking like the richest immigrants? Is that what you're doing? Just the ones that have the money, have the resources, and have to wait for a little bit in order to become an American?
Correctamundo.
That's your pitch. You're not even going to get, you know. I want someone with no arms and no legs who's blind and can't talk. I want to see him do a spelling bee. That's what I want to see. I don't want to fucking see some rich Chinese guy versus some rich British guy against some, you know, wealthy Saudi Arabian lady, you know, playing rock, paper, scissors. I want to see. You have to know, reality TV show, you need the freaks, the weirdos.
We're going to take people who were grotesquely overweight, and if they didn't perform well enough for you on your show, you were going to kick them out, and that was terrible. And then, of course, when everybody watched the show, they went, oh, of course, that's not the show that we were expecting. This is a wonderful show. And anybody with half a brain,
it's not.
With a critical mind, thinking about this show for 5 seconds would, of course,
it is exploitive to chubby chasers. That's the problem. All these, your Biggest Loser was a big tease. All these skinny white guys going, I want a fatty. Couldn't hit it. Had to quit it.
Include that it's not the Hunger Games, that it's not some mean-spirited thing.
Stop referring to the Biggest. They should have called the Biggest Loser the Hunger Games. That would have been way funnier. Yeah? You want this guy who drops simple wordplay and puns to run an immigration thing? What is it? I don't even know what the fuck it's called. What do you call? You want this guy in charge of ICE?
Support people. It's exactly the opposite of that. I'm very fortunate and lucky and honored to be an American, and I want everybody to understand the process. By the way, most Americans
you fucking
can't
better
pass the
be
basic
foreigner.
civics test. And I want to bring people born in America to face off against our future Americans and see how well they would do. Because guess what? Most people can't.
That doesn't sound very patriotic, motherfucker.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Americans will not be competing. And, well, I don't know. Oh, that's the whole thing. That's it. All right. Okay, so here's my counterpoint. I changed my mind. Yes, we should have Americans. It should be to take an American's place. Okay, it should be a bunch of people from one of the no-arm countries in Africa, okay, or one of the make an iPhone countries, or even, I don't know, what was Czech Republic still a thing? They seem like they have a lot of dead kids.
Correctamundo.
You get them, okay, and you have them head off everyone in America who has a rat tail in 2025. And their country has to take the rat tail motherfucker if they don't win at what's at Plinko. If you lose at Plinko, you got to live in the Czech Republic.
Correctamundo.
That would be, now there's stakes. I've fixed your show, okay? You take a bunch of kids who are starving and dying, or maybe adults. There are adults who are dying too, okay, from countries that you cannot pronounce, and you have them go head to head versus just trailer trash people. I want them missing teeth. I want them with rat tails, and you have them go head to head and Plinko and Battleship, and the losers have to go. You swap them. Winner gets to choose what country that they live in. I think I've solved it. That was the immigration part of the show.
Correctamundo.
We'll be back after this break.
This is a tough hurricane, one of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
Correctamundo.
All right, we're back. I'm going to end on this. I don't know. Last week we called it a pose law. This one's going to be quicker, much quicker. You're welcome. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Back in, I think it was like 20-teens, early 20-teens, something terrible happened. Okay. And it leads me to what I'm going to talk about. Israel versus Palestine. Actually, I don't feel comfortable. Yeah, fuck it. You guys think I'm kidding.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
I already feel uncomfortable. So back in the days of high school and the days I was really into underground rap. I got into all sorts of underground rappers. And one of the rappers I found was named Macklemore. We know Macklemore. He had the Gay Uncles. Yeah, okay. He had the Gay Uncles. That was a big hit, Gay Uncle song. And he had another song called Wings. All right. And Wings was this song about how he hated shoes.
Correctamundo.
Or he liked shoes and then he didn't like them because all these kids were shooting each other over Jordans. Air Jordans. It was an anti-Air Jordan song. Not my MJ rules, but it was anti-consumer, the consuming of kids killing each other over shoes. So that was his whole deal. He had this whole song. Then he dropped an album he won a Grammy for, and it was just a bunch of his hits from other albums they then deleted, released on one album called The Heist. I don't really have The Heist. He won a Grammy for it. He beat Kendrick Lamar. That's how I found Kendrick Lamar. As I was like, why is everyone saying that Kendrick? Who's this Kendrick Lamar fellow who got robbed at the Grammys? And I listened to his music. I was like, oh my God, he got. So I went underground, just not that underground. I found weird the Philly rap scene, the Seattle rap scene. So anyway, whatever. I'm like, okay, Honky won the thing. He beat a black guy who is a better musician than him. Sometimes life's not fair, whatever. But then he takes his famous song and he goes to the NBA All-Star game and does the same song, but just makes it about shoes.
Correctamundo.
All of the shit about him being anti-consumers, threw it all away to do the NBA All-Star game. Now, here's the thing. For years now, he's been irrelevant. When was the last time you heard about him? Never. He sucks. He's, drinking Kelly piss or whatever. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Who the hell cares? But he put out this new song, which I'm not going to play because I guess I could have done a live version. It's called Heinz Hall, and it's about the issue in Palestine. This is an interview they had talking about that issue.
This is Democracy Now!,
Oh my God.
democracynow.org,
No.
the War and Peace Report.
Fuck
It's
you.
my moral obligation.
There we are.
Not just as an artist, not as someone with a platform or 4-time Grammy. Like, all that is just labels.
Then why are you bringing it up? It seems like you like bragging about it.
This really comes down to is human beings, humanity, advocating for the most marginalized. When we strip all
Not
of it
really
away,
for those
when
shoe
we take
kids,
away
huh?
what's at stake here, I'm done. I'm done playing the game of capitalism and let me walk the straight and narrow so I don't offend this person and that person. And that was an unlearning. That was an unlearning for me to be like, you know what? I am not tied to any record.
It seems like you kept learning and unlearning it when convenient for you. This is my issue with the guy, okay? Also, he has gay hair.
I don't care about a brand deal. I don't care. I've been so lucky in my career that I'm financially stable enough that I don't have.
Also, when I say gay, I mean a man and a woman having sex. If you're a homosexual, I'm not talking about you.
Anything to risk that's going to actually jeopardize like putting food on my table. I need to step up in this moment right now. And
so really, he's like, now that I am completely irrelevant, then I'll stand up for my values. That seems to be his go-to, is only when he's completely obscure and no one gives a shit about him will he actually stand up for anything.
And I felt called. I felt called by my ancestors. I felt called from the.
What ancestors are you talking about? Because you look pretty Hitlery.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
My God, that's a problematic sound drop. All right.
Who came before. I felt called by all the people that have put their freedom on the line for the freedom of all of us. And I'm not going to stop.
Okay, so that's his message about his music. Now, it seems like he's gotten a lot of press and interview. I looked for forever to try to find his fucking interview on changing the sneakers stuff. Okay, couldn't find that, but now this is plastered all over the place. So here's my thing. I'm a big supporter of Palestine. My old roommate was Palestinian. Every weekend he'd come home. They killed all my family. Every single weekend. Okay, it's brutal out there, but I can't be on the same side as him. Okay,
Correctamundo.
can't do it. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And since he is my enemy, I have to support Israel. That's just how it is. I don't know what to tell you. It's all his fault. So what we need to do is I'm going to be putting out a petition. You can sign below in the show link. All right. So basically the petition is we got to get Macklemore to side with Palestine, side with Israel, so that I can support Palestine again. Because what is happening to them? I mean, it's a genocide. And genocide's terrible. But it's not more terrible than Macklemore. So we need him to support. We got to convince him to support Israel. I'm creating a petition to get Macklemore to support Israel so that I can support Palestine. You know, that's pretty much where I'm at, because I can't support Palestine and Macklemore. That's ludicrous. Look at him. This is who you support. So it's just a shame, because so what I'm going to do for the petition is I want to petition. He can't just say he's pro-Palestine. We have to get him to join the Israeli Defense Force. So the petition below, I haven't written it up yet. I forgot to do it before the show. But the petition below is to get Macklemore to join the IDF. And then we're going to have him play the music on the border. And you know how 7-Elevens blare music to get the homeless people to go? I want him to do that with his I Am Gay song to Gaza.
Correctamundo.
That's it. That's the petition. I should have written it out. I don't know. That's it. That's the show this week. I feel weird about it. I hope people understand that everything I'm saying is correct. It's right. I'm on the right side of history. Oh my God, for fuck's sake. The advertisements are going to be the death of me. I'm going to put a bullet in my head. If we could do some sort of anti-ad, I got to figure out how to get rid of ads through a petition. These petitions are going to save the world. Hear me out. Once Macklemore has joined the Israeli Defense Force, then we'll really know the score of things. Anyway, we're wrapping it up now. We're wrapping it up with the Woman Zingers doing an acoustic. I'm going to end it on a semi-sincere note. This is the Woman Zingers, and they're doing an acoustic version of one of their songs. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm sure you're still confused by it. And that's okay.
Correctamundo.
Enjoy the Woman Zingers.
Before I'm 40, oh, ain't it a shame what we choose? loves. With all of my anger, I scream and shout, America, I love you, but you're freaking me out. To these sing-alongs and siren songs, to lose, to us, to big applause. With all of my anger, I scream and shout, America, I love you, but you're freaking me out. America, I love you, but you're freaking me out. America, I love you, but you're freaking me out.
Correctamundo.